Hello, I thought I would do a video which is much more different. Today I'm going to show you every single king and queen on coins. To start off with Elizabeth I. This coin is dated 1562. So she reigned between 1558 to 1603. Now I'm going to show you after Elizabeth I we have, well, I don't have a James I. I do not have a James I. But what I do have is a Charles II rose farthing. You can't see anything on there, but I will show you a picture of what the coin used to look like. You cannot see it on the coin. So I do not have a James II, but I do have a Charles I, and he reigned 1625 to 1649. And after Charles I do not have a Commonwealth. So Commonwealth between 1649 to 1660. And I do not have a Charles II, which is 1660 to 1685. But I do have a James II bronze halfpenny. It's extremely worn, so the only bit that you can really see is the head. Then after James II, there is William and Mary, but I do not have that. I do not have a coin with William and Mary on it. And when William and Mary were together, it was between 1688 to 1694. But I do have a William III, which is basically William III after when his wife Mary died. The example is a William III shilling. This is 1697. And here's William III. And after William III, we have Anne, who reigned between 1702 to 1714. This is a half crown, and it's dated 1708 at the top. After Anne, it's George I, and there's only one coin which I have George I on, and it's this. Really small silver penny. So George I was the first king called George, and he reigned from 1714 to 1727. And after George I, we have George II, and he reigned between 1727 to 1760. And after George II, we have George III. The George II and III, they're both half pennies. This one's dated 1771 at the bottom. And George III reigned between 1760 to 1820. I do not have a George IV, but I do have a William IV. Not a George IV, but a William. And George IV reigned between 1820 to 1830. And then he died. And then George IV reigned between 1820 to 1830. William, this is William IV, he reigned between 1830 to 1837. And after William IV, we have Queen Victoria, and she reigned between 1837 to 1901. She was known before 2017, I think it was, or 18. She was known as the longest royal person to live reign the longest, until Elizabeth II beat her at reigning the longest. So Victoria died in 1901, but his brother Edward VII took over her role in 1902, and he died in 1910. So he had a really short reign. And then after when Edward VII died, Edward VIII became king for only 1 year. And I do not have any of those coins because those coins are extremely rare, and the only ones that were ever minted were the threepences. And I have none of the threepence there in museum, so it's basically impossible for me to have one. But after Edward VIII, he reigned in 1937, only 1 year, February to December, so 11 months. His brother, George V, reigned between 1911 to 1936. So this is the year when he died, this coin, this penny, is the year when he died. And then after that, Edward VII had his role took over from George V, and then George V's son, Edward VIII, reigned 1937, and then his other son, George, became king in 1937, so right at the end of the year. So he became king December as well, of the year 1937, and he reigned between 1937 to 1952. So this coin is also the last year that he died. Well, this is the year that he died. And then after that we have Elizabeth II. She reigned 1952 to today. So she's still reigning today, and she's still alive today. So she is our queen today. And when she dies, we're gonna have a king again. So this has been a video of every king and queen from Elizabeth I all the way to Elizabeth II. So this is what I wanted to show you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.